Franchise.
Get in like the Marines.
Franchise.
Yeah. We're
Franchise.
in.
Franchise. Franchise the damn thing.
Welcome to Franchise Addicts, a podcast covering every film in a given franchise. My name is Luke,
And I'm Chris.
and this week we finalized the Godfather saga with 1990's Godfather Part 3. We're going to specifically be talking about
Coda.
the Coda.
Yeah, not the movie that won the Oscar, right? Is that the movie that won the Oscar in 2020? Yes, it is.
Coda.
We're not talking about that Coda.
Children of Deaf Adults.
Yeah, yes. Oh, okay, that's...
That's what it stands for.
Okay, did not see.
Yes.
Chris hasn't seen that. Okay, but not that. Not talking about that. Maybe another time. Before that's also a movie I haven't seen.
Before we get to any of that, Chris, I just wanted to reach out and say, I love you, cuz.
You know what? Where's your leather?
Someone didn't watch the movie close enough.
No, that's the line from...
Oh, right. She does say that.
She does say that. Yeah. That's Garcia to Mary.
But they 90 times in this movie go, I love you, cuz. I love you too, cuz.
Yeah. And it's always has a sexual overtone.
Very
it's
weird.
Bizarre.
So, in Godfather Part 3,
Get to it, yeah.
there is incest or potential...
Implied incest.
Yeah, implied incest.
100% implied.
So, that's new.
Which is like, why?
We didn't see that in Godfather Part 1 or 2.
And they never address the fact that it's weird.
I think Michael addresses...
But it's almost like Vincent is like his buddy. Or not, but like, hey, you're gonna, well, I mean, whatever, spoilers. You're gonna take this position here. Don't be with my daughter because you're gonna be into dangerous stuff. Not, don't be with my daughter because you're her cousin, her first cousin.
So
don't do it because of that. And
so
then
the dangerous stuff is that like incest is illegal.
Yeah.
And the cops are gonna start looking around. I think if I were to put the best construction to think as much as I can from the perspective of the characters in the movie, this is one of Sonny's potential bastard children, or it is, but
yeah, because he has his last name is Canini? No.
Mancini, but you know, mom could have been sleeping around.
Well, he was.
Well, she could have been too.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, we saw that relationship.
Because she was one of the bridesmaids at his sister's wedding, Sonny's sister's wedding, and that is supposed to be when Vincent was conceived.
Okay, the Vincent timeline. All right. Well,
unless Sonny's not actually his dad. But they do heavily imply with like, oh, you have the same temper as your dad.
He sure does.
Yeah.
So he's biological ties to Sonny, but let's start from the beginning, right? Let's unpack this thing. We had to start with a little bit of that.
I mean, it's the glaring statement of this movie
in
many ways. But yeah, we are in 1990. It has been 16 years since Part 2 came out.
Okay, yeah.
This was something that actually had been shopped around, this script, this idea to make a third part to The Godfather. And the studio owned all the rights to it. Coppola had produced on the second one, but the studio still owned the rights to it. They had every intention to just shop it around, get the movie made eventually. They finally came back to Coppola, and he's like, we'll do it. We'll get the gang back together. So him and Puzo sit down, go through the script, decide that they're going to bring it back. And then we start getting into some trouble as they start to bring the gang back together.
So Puzo, okay, we'll talk, this is regarding trouble with the gang. Is he ultimately involved in the end?
Yeah, he has a writing credit on it.
I got that wrong.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason he was out.
And the original title of this movie was not supposed to be The Godfather Part 3.
Well, yeah.
Coppola wanted it to be called The Death of Michael Corleone.
Do you think that happened because he didn't want to mess with the legacy of 1 and 2, which were clearly these masterpieces, and he is on the decline at this point?
Yeah.
from a filmmaker standpoint.
Yeah, so he
And
knows
and broke.
Yeah, he knows that this is, as the director's cut that Chris and I watched, the Coda, this is just a final,
Epilogue
to the life of Michael Corleone. This isn't necessarily supposed to be connected to the Godfather, the ideas that are going on in there, following the family in that particular area in that particular time. This is put into the future. We were seeing old Michael. We were not seeing immediately after part 2, after the death of Fredo and the fallout of that. We were just told about it in this movie. But the studio was like, we're calling it Godfather 3.
Yeah.
Because that's how we're going to make money on this.
And I think, whatever. 1 and 2 were very critically acclaimed, and even if they maybe weren't, they were big deals in their time.
They both won Best Picture.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. So big deals. I think what I was referring to is doing some of the research. Some of the critical reviews right away weren't as magnificent for 1 and 2, as they basically didn't immediately say this is one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah,
and then later on they're like, that is what they
are. What's his name?
Robert Ebert.
Ebert gave 2
Roger Ebert,
like a 3-star, and then he gave Godfather Part 3 3.5 out of 4 stars.
Yeah,
and even mentioned in the piece that Sofia Coppola was like good.
Yeah,
he's like, people are like incorrectly maligning her for not knowing how to act and stuff like that. He's like, I see the performance in there.
Well, we could talk about that. So people were. It was an over-course correction, perhaps by critics immediately in the aftermath. But of course, this movie is famously known for not being good, as far as, especially in regards to when it's on the heels of 1 and 2. I mean, just so I've, of course, for reminding the listeners, I have not seen. I didn't see 1 until we watched it for this show. Same with 2, and now same with 3. So you talk to people about, I'm going to be watching the Godfather movies. I've never seen these. People say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But then you get to 3, and they're like, oh yeah, 3 sucks. 3 is horrible. 1 and 2, best pictures, some of the best movies ever made, top 10 maybe. And 3 is this horror show of, and so that's what I was going in there with.
Yeah. Do you want to give a blanket statement before I get into the rest of the context on the movie? What did you think of 3, with this being your first time through the trilogy?
What did I think of 3 the first time?
Yeah, so compared to 1 and 2, do you think 3 is significantly worse, or is it more in line than people say?
I would say that it is. It's clearly inferior. It's not as good as 1 or 2, but to say it's a horrible movie, I didn't feel that way. But also, like, I didn't have all that. I felt it was not as good. Definitely the weakest of the entries, but I think I didn't have the time in between. I've watched these movies a couple weeks apart, and to have such prestige and have 1 and 2 up in these places in my heart, and in the cultural places that they were at in culture at the time, and being like, these are these untouchable, amazing gangster movies too. There's going to be killing. It's going to be badass stuff happening. That's my Godfather. And then seeing this, it's clearly different. It's not as good, but I think there's some interesting things in it, and there are some good things in it.
Yeah. So having seen the movies before previously, going back through them this time with a little bit more critical eye, 3 is not bad. It is a good movie. In the stratus of like just movies in general, like, this is better than most movies.
Yeah.
Godfather Part 3 compared to 1 and 2, I think there's a lot of scenes in 3 that are right there with them, and there are some just master strokes in this movie that I just could not take my eyes away from. The problem with 3 is that then most often those great scenes are followed up by something that you're just bored through or is not compelling at all. Typically, that's Vincent and Mary hanging out. And that lack of chemistry between those two people and just the weirdness of the whole situation in general. Yeah. But 3, like, I think it's overly maligned. I think the things that people point out about it are correct, but it doesn't make it, a poor movie in my opinion. I think it's way too long.
Yeah, for movies that have that were 1 and 2 being longer.
But I don't think talking through either of those 2 movies we ever criticized the length of them.
No, they didn't.
They're as long as they need to be.
Yeah.
This one is too long, especially if it's just supposed to be a cap on Michael Corleone. Like, we really don't need a lot of the extra fluff that is thrown in here.
And I think maybe it comes down to what they wanted it to be, what the production, because they're like, no, this isn't just like a different thing. This isn't like a TV series or something that's going to be a different take on older IP. This is just the same. This is also a really long, that's what it was marketed as. That's what they tried to make it as, even though maybe, Coppola didn't want that, and that wasn't really what they were going for. He also, do you think he truly wanted to make this movie?
No.
Right? So that's huge, right? That's
if you're just looking at Coppola at the time, he had just invested a ton of money into 2 films that flopped in the mid 80s. He was essentially, broke, or as broke as someone in Hollywood can be. The Godfather Part 3 was a huge paycheck for him, and he took it. He did try to do the best that he possibly could, but this one was a little bit more studio mandated. It's a little bit more, he wasn't, quite getting the people back. It seemed like a lot of the issues with, like, getting Robert Duvall to come back, settling for Sofia Coppola as the Mary character were a lot financially related. This had a $54 million budget. If they up it to 65, Duvall's in the movie.
And then
wait a little
bit.
Yeah. And it was just rushed. I think they put this together in a year, basically.
Yeah.
After 16 years of just kind of letting it sit. And the other issue is that with that much time elapsing between 1 and 2 and then 3, 1 and 2 have this, like, myth, this, like, untouchable, like, you can't ruin this.
Yeah.
And then 3 comes out, and people are like, it's not the same. Well, of course it's not the same, but it had such a mythic quality, the first 2 movies, that unless 3 was better or just at the standard, it was going to get killed.
This is a Lego sequel.
Yeah.
And
this is like what we're seeing now in the 2000s with a bunch, like, this is like Top Gun, basically.
Yeah, The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys, remember this?
What if we basically made the same movie, like, took your favorite parts from 1 and 2, put it into this movie, and then had the Death of Michael Corleone be kind of the central line? But, like, if you go through this 3rd movie, and you're going to see, like, oh, they're basically doing the wedding thing.
Yeah, they got to do the wedding.
They're doing that again. At the end of the movie, we're doing
tons of deaths.
Yep, we're doing a bunch of deaths. This plan that we don't really know what it's about, so we're kind of confused. But in this movie, it's like, in 1, that's like 5 minutes at the baptism while the kills are going. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. You're out. This 25 minutes of watching an opera and cutting back.
Too long.
But we'll get
There's
more.
Some good stuff, but it's too long.
We'll get more into that.
Some of those guys, oh my gosh, their faces.
Yeah. So the budget, 54 mil, made a ton of money. Box office, 137. It was nominated for 7 Oscars.
Yeah.
Did not win 1.
Pacino nominated.
Is not nominated as
but
a
he was,
crime. But if you look at the people that were in it, like, it's a murderer's row.
For Oscar
90s,
nominations?
Yeah.
And Al Pacino was nominated that year.
for
being Big Boy and Dick Tracy. Have you ever seen that?
no.
Oh man, that's
I'll
fun.
stay away from that.
I was at the perfect age. I was 6 years old.
Is it better or worse than Batman 89?
Oh my gosh, it's worse. It's way worse because Batman 89 is so good, which we all know.
Nope.
Your mother agrees with me. A lot of people agree with me.
Well, you're about the same age as my mother. So.
Hey, well,
Makes sense.
she's a lovely lady. She's a lovely young lady, and that's all I have to say. So,
Mom,
thank you, Karen, for listening and
Yeah,
agreeing
Mom,
with
that's
me.
a credit to you. You're in your 40s.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know how that works for my age, but hey, it works.
There it is. Okay. So yeah. And then also, Goodfellas came out this year. That's a thing. So,
Yeah, that's the problem is that one of the best gangster movies of all time also came out this year.
Yeah. So expectations. It's a Legacy sequel. See, I didn't know that. Before, I didn't know that this was 16 years later, and so this totally makes sense.
Yeah.
What movies do we know any Legacy sequels that
Top
are
Gun
really?
Maverick.
Yeah, I guess. But honestly, I mean, whatever.
Top Gun
Sure.
Maverick is better than Top.
Yeah. But also, the first Top Gun isn't The Godfather.
Well,
I mean, for different folks, maybe. I mean, it does what it wants to do. It's not a bad movie, okay? But it's not The Godfather. It's not this or The Godfather 2, this rich tapestry of storytelling and character development. It's it's Goose and Maverick, and so I think big movies like this, epic stories.
Do you know what Tony Scott, the director of Top Gun, would say to you about the Top Gun not being The Godfather? He would say,
"Get his man." Oh, man, Tony Scott. Did he also
a tragic story? Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Scott, very tragic story. Brother of Ridley Scott, and then was into drugs, heavy into drugs. Made a ton of great movies. He's the director.
Man on Fire?
I believe he did Man on Fire, and he did True Romance.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
a fantastic director, died early of drug complications, and yeah. But I mean, one of the lost, if you think of Tony Scott in the perspective of film history, you kind of think Flash, 80s, more Flash than substance and all that sort of stuff. But if you put his filmography together, you probably like a bunch of Tony Scott movies. And it doesn't help him that his brother is Ridley Scott, who is making very heady dramas.
True Romance. Yeah, you did. Enemy of the State, Unstoppable, Crimson Tide.
Unstoppable is a great fun movie too.
Yeah, Crimson Deja
Crimson
Vu.
Sky is
Did you
incredible.
see Deja Vu with Cameron? No. That's not the one I'm thinking of.
Deja Vu is with Denzel.
Yeah,
And it's not good.
No, but I'm thinking of a different Denzel and Russell Crowe where they're on the internet. It's it's earlier. I don't remember what it's called. It's not good. Spy Game, The Hunger, Unstoppable. So, anyways, there's
There's our little Tony Scott shout out to you,
Yeah.
buddy. All right, Godfather Part 3. So here's what we're going to be talking about as we go through here, because this movie is kind of complicated. So we have the broad thing that is kind of driving this movie, which is weird that this is what is driving the movie, is that there is a Vatican deal between Michael and the Catholic Church, where the Catholic Church is in $600 million worth of debt because this cardinal guy who has been put in charge of the Vatican money, basically, has handed it off to people that have just basically been funneling it for whatever services that they want to do. Most of them are bad.
Corrupt.
So they do this, and they do this incredible thing where without actually knowing what's going on, you can kind of see in this first scene between Michael and the cardinal that Michael has found out about this trouble that the Vatican is in. So he's in a position of power. He's like, I have money, you need money. How are we going to make this work? And he sees Immobiliare, which is a real estate company that the Vatican is heavily invested in and are actually, I think because Michael wants to become the majority shareholder of that company, I believe the Vatican, in one way or the other, is the majority shareholder. So Michael's coming in. He's like, I can, like any great mob boss would do, you got a problem? I'll take care of it. Here's what it'll cost you. It'll cost you control of this. It's one of your Vatican holding companies. It's not that big of a deal. You're not using it efficiently. Currently, it's only in Europe. I'm going to bring it to America. We're going to turn it into International Immobiliare. And, well, good. You get money. I get this. I get to legitimize. I get a humongous global company that I can wash basically all my money, all my dirty money, and become clean. And it's a legacy to give to his kids.
Yeah, so he feels like he's maybe gonna do you think he thinks he's getting out? He does, right?
He for sure does.
He's like, this is the move. This is I'm gonna go good.
But what he doesn't know yet in this first scene, so I'll add a little bit more context. The first scene in the original theatrical cut of The Godfather is not Michael and the Cardinal having this conversation. What the Coda does is it makes this storyline kind of the central through point. In the original theatrical cut, this is kind of just this weird side quest that's going on during us watching the rise of Vincent, basically.
And isn't the original 1990 opening scene him becoming the Italian American Man of the Year?
Yes, the Pope giving his blessing to Michael.
Top Christ following man.
Yep.
Award.
I will get that award.
Yeah, I mean it's available to anybody if you watched.
It's gonna be me versus Baby Billy.
Baby Billy, Baba Blankers. But I think, do you think they're doing that in 1990 to be like, hey, we're gonna start this movie with a celebration?
Yeah, they're 100%.
It's not a wedding, but it's kind of close.
They're like,
right?
we're going to make them comfortable right away. Let's just start it like we did The Godfather 1.
Yeah.
All good. We'll ease them into it.
Kay's there. He brings her cake.
Yeah. What the Coda does is it centralizes this, which makes it way less confusing what is actually going on, because it's like staying in the forefront of your mind the entire time. You're like, I got to keep my eye on this Immobiliare deal. And what Michael doesn't know in this scene is that the Cardinal is also playing him and his desperation to become legitimate. So they are taking the money fully knowing that as soon as they get it, then they're going to complicate the deal and be like, oh, well, it needs to sign off from the Pope to be ratified. We're sorry. I mean, think of it as this huge investment. You can not be the majority shareholder. Basically, they do the whole runaround with him. I don't believe Michael knows that's going to happen. And it is part of like the theme for Michael through this entire movie, which is like redemption and damnation. Can Michael take his evil past, go to literally the Catholic Church, ask for forgiveness, quote unquote, and be offered it and absolved for the rest of his life and the rest of his family's life for all the evil that they had to do to get to the legitimate point?
And the answer is nope.
Nope. And it's fascinating because it makes a lot of sense. Like, gangsters are gangsters, and we all can agree that they're doing shady practices, breaking the law, and all that sort of stuff. Michael's like, great, we'll legitimize, we'll get out of the casino, all that sort of stuff. We'll cut our ties with that. We'll get in with these good people.
We'll just do good stuff
real
now.
estate brokers.
Real estate brokers.
And he realizes that is even more corrupt. And it's just all over the place. So wherever you go, wherever you turn, corruption follows. There is no way to actually clean your hands of things. And Michael has to kind of deal with that. This movie is, and we talked in the last two movies about how, this is the rise and downfall of Michael Corleone. The Coda is it's Coppola's idea of what happens to a person like this. Can they ever feel content? Can they ever feel absolved? And his answer is ultimately no.
Is this autobiographical?
Probably.
Yeah.
Although I think Coppola is sitting pretty right now.
Because he got the wine company.
Best investment he ever made in his life.
But that didn't happen at this point, and he was like falling down, and and he was like, okay, I had this big, I had this success, and now I don't, and I'm doing this stuff for money, and I'm just haunted forever, and I will never. I had greatness, but at a cost, and now I'm in this later period of my life where I want something good, but I can't get it, and maybe I'll try some of my old moves, but it's not the same.
No. And I may have called him a cardinal. He's technically an archbishop. His name's Gilday.
Thank you for making
Archbishop Gilday. I don't want to offend any Catholics out there by either promoting or demoting a guy. I think cardinal is the highest you could be. But, so I technically promoted him. So
You've been demoted, Cardinal.
Yeah. So then we go to Michael getting honored by the Order of Saint Sebastian. This is this is the big party scene. This is the wedding homage, all that sort of stuff. We're introduced to a bunch of different characters. We see Vincent come in, not on the list. Yeah. And we see the fiery temper immediately, where he's like giving that dude the business.
Yeah, he just launches into screaming.
Yeah,
that's a feature of Andy Garcia in this movie.
We meet Joey Zaza, who has basically taken over the gangster side for the Corleones in the New York area.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But of course, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit before we started. Yeah. That this is where he becomes the Simpsons gangster character.
Yep.
And that's not a bad impression.
We haven't said. That sounds like Mr. Burns.
No, this sounds like Mr. Burns. Excellent. Smithers. Okay, here we go, guys. The Godfather as Mr. Burns. Okay, here we go. You loved Cartman as the Godfather.
I can't do Mr. Burns, so I can't.
I've got
a
very special request, Smithers.
We meet.
An offer he can't refuse.
We meet Michael's now older children, Anthony and Mary. Anthony, played by an actor that never appeared in another film again in his entire life.
Think he was a real opera singer? No.
And another person that also I don't think ever appeared in another movie in her entire life.
That's true.
But then became Hollywood royalty of her own, Sofia Coppola.
Filmmaker.
Yeah. Won an Oscar for best original screenplay. Sorry, Sophia, my girl. For Lost in Translation. Fantastic director. Not the best actor that's ever lived. So,
This also almost happened in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Was she in that?
She was, no. Winona Ryder was.
Do you know the fun trivia fact about Sofia Coppola in the Godfather movies?
No.
She's in all three.
Oh, because she's the baby?
She's the baby in the first one at the baptism. She is a background character in 2 during the outside party that they're having in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously she's Mary in this one. So she is one of the few actors that is in all 3 movies.
Her and Pacino, baby. We can talk about her
Al
performance.
Neri.
Oh yeah.
Is Al Neri in all 3, or is he not in 2? He is in 2, isn't he?
Who is he again?
Al Neri is the guy that kills the Archbishop at the end of this movie. He's the guy that I forget who is making fun of Michael. Where he's
got the chocolate box on the train.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can't.
I forget who says it in the movie, but they're like, "Still got Al around?" He's like, "Yeah, he opens my door for me."
Yeah, he's around. There's just so many kind of indiscriminate old white guys that I kind of lose. I'm like, who's that?
Yeah, I mean, they're all
over
this?
The place. There's so many.
Yeah.
So, okay, but yeah, he's in it. Sofia Coppola. And of course...
Joe Mantegna. Joey Zaza. But, so we get, obviously this is just paralleling what happens in 1. We see the party, everyone's singing, laughing, all that great stuff. We then get into the back room with Michael where he's going to sit and, people are gonna come and pay their respects.
That's what happens back there. That's where the real parties.
I like how he sits in the shadows, all that sort of stuff. I love him sitting behind the desk. But he's got to take care of actual family business first. So Kay comes in. They're having a conversation. Michael definitely wants to get back with Kay. Yeah. Kay is like, no, nope, stay away from me.
Yeah.
What does she say? What was her devastating line?
I don't remember. But she's had a lot. I mean, she's basically, her whole purpose in the film is to just be devastated.
You make me feel dread.
Okay.
I believe is what she tells him, and that's what sticks with Michael the most, is that she dreads being with him and around him.
Not a good feeling.
It's true, though. I mean, you never know when Michael's going to pop off.
Yeah, or when people are going to pop off at Michael. His whole living situation
At least
is
with
unsafe.
Sonny, you knew, angry all the time.
Yeah.
With Michael, very calm and then very angry.
He's more discreet, alcoholic father vibes.
Exactly.
While Sonny was just like, I wear it on my sleeve. I'm going to start screaming every 6 minutes.
It's great.
So just know it, all right? You know, I'm going to smash we're going to lose 6 cups a week.
And we see the future of what the Kay and Michael relationship has become. They're very, they kind of communicate, but it is Kay basically, this is what I want for my children. We do have to ask permission from Michael. She's okay with doing that, but she definitely is trying to keep her kids safe. And
wants to be a singer.
Yeah. So one of the ways that is going to happen is Anthony Michael's son wants to not be involved with the family business at all. He does do a great job of being like, Dad, I'll always love you, but I don't want anything to do with your business. Probably the best way a son can bring that conversation
I'll always
up.
be your son, but I'll never work for you.
Yeah. And Michael has to understand that. In a lot of ways he does.
Yeah.
He just wants him to, he's got to get that law degree.
You got to get the law degree.
Then
you got to have insurance.
I love how Michael definitely knows that his son doesn't want to work for him, but he's like, you get that law degree and that gives you something, like you could maybe come work for me. He's like, no, I don't want to do that.
I'll never work for you, Dad.
I want to sing. I want to sing.
You want to sing? Oh.
It's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail with the son that's trapped in the tower. Father, I don't want to be a king. I just want to sing. Oh, no, none of that.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Michael is not into the whole just being a thespian, being an artist.
But then at the end, when he's singing in Palermo, he's like, who'd ever thought my son?
So proud of him.
Playing in Palermo.
Playing in Palermo.
What a guy.
He's
I mean, he looks as happy as he can be. I think Michael is a pretty good dad at the end of this movie. I'll just say that much.
Yeah.
He's there. He's supporting his son against what he ultimately really wanted for his son. He's okay with it. He's there. He's given Mary the foundation, telling her it's absolutely clean. Now, whether that's true or not, don't know. But he does say it when he's talking to the Archbishop in the first scene. He's like, I want it to all be legitimate. I want the money to get to where it should go. Whether or not that's true because the Vatican is all messed up remains to be seen. But he's looking out. He's trying to make this Immobiliare deal so that, don't got to worry about money no more and all that sort of stuff. So ultimately this ends in we got to have conflict, even more than Anthony wanting to become an opera singer. Though if they wanted to make all of Godfather 3 about the fallout of Anthony telling Michael, I want to be an opera singer, then that's great. All right. So yeah, we've got to get to Vincent, Joey Zaza. They both are coming
in the
back.
room together.
Yeah, well, Zaza comes back first to see Michael. We see the relationship that they have. It seems pretty cordial. It seems like Michael thinks that Joey Zaza is doing a pretty good job with New York, basically the legacy that he kind of left him there.
The criminal enterprise.
And Vincent comes pounding in.
Because he's talking about Vincent first. It's like, there's this guy, though, Vincent. He's no good.
Yeah. Well,
he's no good, Michael.
Yeah. We're gonna find out very quick that
this, and then Vincent comes in like a bat out of hell.
It is heavily implied that Vincent is like hammered because Connie's like taking away his drink like as he walks, kind of stumbles in there.
Yeah.
And he pops off right away. He does not appreciate the way Zaza is running things, and
He's walking around saying "fuck Michael Corleone."
and
Someone's walking around saying "fuck Michael Corleone." What do we do with a piece of shit like that?
call him a dog.
Fuck yeah, man.
Dude, and then the way he stares down Montaigne, because you know that Montaigne has said it,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, he's a dog. Yeah, exactly. Not me, though.
Yeah, and then
Michael embraces Zaza. He's like, I'll show my respect to you. Well, I'll watch over Vincent. He can come with me now. I'll show him the ropes. He's like, Vincent, all you got to do, just make peace with Joey. We're all good. And then he goes Tyson Holyfield on.
Yes, I didn't look this up, but did that happen before 1990?
Yes. So this happened before the Tyson Holyfield fight.
So Tyson
was in prison when this movie came out.
think he saw it?
Oh yeah.
Do you think he was like, the ear biting really worked out for
So,
Vincent? Because it does.
Apparently, in Italian opera,
Yeah,
biting someone's, which we will see later, biting someone's ear is a sign that we are going to fight to the death.
Yeah.
So you tell me.
Amazing scene, by the way, in the opera where that happens, and they cut to Garcia, and he goes,
Great. Show them. Now they're finally getting to my level.
It's just, I mean, that is worth rewatching.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's basically where we get who is this Vincent guy? What is he seeking to be? And he says it over and over again. He loves being a gangster. That's what he wants.
Loves it. He
more
wants
than
to kill
anything
people.
else.
Let me kill him. I'll do this. Come on, let's go. I bit some guy's ear.
He is Sonny's son through and through. Everyone sees it in his family. Michael sees it. Connie sees it. And his Mary sees it too.
Yeah. Distracted to the bad boys.
Super awkward. The worst, most awkward meeting between those two.
They don't have. Would you say they have good chemistry?
No, because this is literally the opening lines that they basically say to each other is like, Mary's like, "Hi, I'm your little cousin. You remember me? The last time I saw you, I was 8 and you were 15. Did you have any girlfriends when you were 15? He's like, "Yeah, I had lots of girlfriends. Hard to keep track of. Not many of them were 8 though."
Not many.
Yeah.
A few.
I'm like,
Vincent.
I mean, I guess, but 15-year-old with an 8? That's not great.
Let's
not make jokes about that.
Let's not. Those are different times, I suppose. The 90s.
Well, this isn't portraying the 90s. It was made in the 90s. This is still in like the 70s,
So
early
yeah,
80s.
okay. So, but it
That's another thing that's hard to keep track of.
because if one is in the 40s,
Yep.
how much time has passed?
So
do you think?
2 is in the late 50s, early 60s, because that's when the Cuban Revolution occurred, and that is happening simultaneously with the events in Godfather 2. This is like 10 to 12 years later, basically.
Okay, early 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would imagine that they're saying that both Mary and Tony are essentially adults. I don't think he would give control over to the Corleone family foundation.
The young Godfather.
To Mary if she was like 16 years old. But
Yeah.
You never know. We then Vincent finds some blondie to take
Bridget
back.
Fonda.
Bridget Fonda. I recognized her face. I recognized the name. I could not tell you another movie that I've seen her in.
Isn't okay. Let me just.
While you're doing that, I'll go through the
Yeah, go through it.
assassination attempt on Vincent. So they're home together. Vincent not treating women great, telling them to go get water, using her as bait basically to make a run on these 2 guys that have broken into his house and attempt to kill him. Because if you bite Joey Zaza's ear, he's going to send some people after you.
That's what happens.
So Vincent takes care of business like a boss. Definitely maybe overkills. Michael mentions that to him later. He's like, you couldn't have just held him up at gunpoint and brought the police. You didn't do anything wrong. And definitely not how Al Pacino sounds in this movie, but you get the point.
Bill Hader does the best Al Pacino impression.
He's basing it off of Godfather Part 3. All of his Pacino is Godfather Part 3 Pacino.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
he has said that in a podcast.
really? Oh my gosh.
I'm not just saying
I love that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can talk. We're starting to get. It's like the birth of the Pacino voice. Like, I know it's not. Like, he has done it earlier. But it's just.
Let me just lay this out. We're going to make fun of some of the stuff that Pacino does in this movie. He is fantastic.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
Incredible in this movie.
I'm gonna say right now MVP. Sorry.
Yes.
I mean,
no, I full-heartedly agree. This might be his best performance.
Yeah. So yeah, no, he's really good. But yeah, you also get that gruff voice, but he still delivers a lot of things calmly.
But and when
everything isn't in 11.
When he does go over the top, though, especially in the older age here in 3, he like always apologizes after.
Yeah.
Like the scene where they're sitting down and he does "It's not what I wanted," and he goes, "Sorry."
It's yeah, and then I mean,
is that okay?
Well, and then he didn't get even nominated. So then other sources have said maybe then he just was like, I'm just gonna go to 11.
Yeah.
Bridget Fonda, really quickly, single white female, which
never seen it.
Oh, it's really good. And then a Point of No Return, but the single white female, I would say, is a signature role. Also, It Could Happen to You with Nicolas Cage when he wins a lottery ticket. Lake Placid.
Hey.
The rest, yeah. Doc Hollywood, baby.
All right, now we're really
Michael J. Fox living it up. Anyways, okay, so
Michael J.
That is our Bridget Fonda break. She's in here and she's with Vincent, and they hook up, right? Can we get to that?
They do. We did. I went through most of the assassination.
Oh,
while
yeah.
you were looking that up.
Okay. So really quickly, I just have a couple of things.
Yeah. Welcome back.
So I had to look it up. Okay. I first of all, Andy Garcia, he's laying in bed with Bridget.
Just an absolute rug on his chest. Too.
Total rug. And then I love, this is a total MacGruber move when he's like, would you go get me some water? After they hear sounds. So they're like, I think someone's in the house. Hey, can you just go be the sitting duck and maybe get killed so I don't get killed? Is that cool? Sure, fine, whatever. It's just, it is.
I would imagine that this scene is in, obviously for the assassination attempt just in general, but the fact that Bridget Fonda comes home with him, so we see how Andy Garcia is treating women in general, like Sonny,
Not great.
Disposable, all that sort of stuff, and it's supposed to like mirror how he treats Mary super well and is like very like looking out for devastated at the end.
That's real love.
And you're supposed to be like, oh, Vincent's like actually in love with his cousin.
Weird. Also, speaking of love and Vincent, so they met like this is like later that night, correct?
Yes.
And she's Bridget Fonda saying, "Do you love me?" Like, whoa, Bridget,
Hey.
like, relax,
Well, and
clinger.
she was playing hard to get at the party too.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden jumped, and he goes, yeah, I love you. What?
I guess we're supposed to also get that like Vincent is just like the catch of all catches.
Yeah, I mean, he's a handsome man.
He's a handsome guy.
He works in this Godfather series.
This is one of the first things that Chris sent me as he was watching the movie. Is like Andy Garcia is a dime piece.
Yeah, I mean, he slides in to the to the Godfather series.
Perfect. He fits perfect.
Yeah,
It's great casting.
Yeah, Godfather 4 straight to video. Andy
Although Garcia doesn't sound Italian.
It's true. Well, thank God we don't have to say that last name. Garcia's around. How about right now, like a sequel, Godfather 4, The Death of Vincent Corleone.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
They got to bring it back.
Straight to Tubi. Actually, I don't want to shit on Tubi. Tubi's doing some good stuff lately on streaming.
They need one scene where Al Pacino is still in that chair in Sicily.
I can't die.
with just a dog. And they just cut to him and he's still staring into the camera, not dead. I'm still here.
No, who's looking out for you, Al?
Nobody. Everyone's left. Kay, she died.
I'm alone.
We got to talk about another character that we haven't brought up because he's rather important. That is Don Ottobello.
This guy.
The old man who is he's like the legacy, knew the old Don when he was growing up, all that sort of stuff, has been through it all with this family. He comes in with is it $1 million or is it $100 million? I think it's $1 million.
$1 million.
Because
with a check.
Because you hear
$1 million.
the hundreds of $1 million that the Corleone family Michael is actually putting into this foundation. And then Don Altobello comes in and is like, oh, I'm so sweet, I'll give you $1 million. And they're like hugging him. They're like, oh, you're so generous. Yeah, of course, Altobello. Yeah, you're good. But you're supposed to be like,
what a cheapskate.
Or like, it's cute that this old guy thinks that he's actually helping out, that sort of thing.
Your $1 million is...
Yeah. Like when your grandma gives you $5 for your birthday and you're like, way to go, grandma.
Yeah.
We're just happy you remembered.
Yeah.
And
Sweet old man.
so Altobello, ultimately, you see how close he is to the family, but he's ultimately the snake in the grass.
Yeah.
This is the guy that behind the scenes is, bringing up, because we think it's supposed to be Joey Zaza. And he's the main guy. We're like, we got to watch out for him.
Yeah.
But then when they realize that Joey's against him in the next scene that we're going to talk about, the Atlantic City helicopter attack, where that is very obvious.
Yeah.
Michael susses out pretty quickly, Joey's doing this for somebody else. There's a mastermind behind this. Joey's not coming up with this idea.
Yeah.
So Altobello comes to Michael and is basically like, hey, you're trying to legitimize yourself. That's great. You're getting out of the family business that it was before. A lot of the families, a lot of the people that you did good with, especially in the casino days, they're a little hurt by this. They don't know what it's going to be like after you're gone. Michael's like, all good. We'll have a meeting. We'll bring them all together. I will make peace. There will be respect. All that. All good. So they gather together in Atlantic City. Michael's like, I cut through the red tape. You're getting your stock options paid out for the casinos that we sold. So as long as you invested, look at all that money. And these guys are flipping through. Oh, man, millions of dollars. This is huge. We find out that Joey Zaza did not trust Michael and put no money into the casinos.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get a check.
You don't get a check. Everyone's enjoying their check.
And
but not Joey Zaza.
Montaigne just cooks.
He's so mad.
And basically is like, hey, I'm the front face of this whole organization currently because Michael's leaving. I'm the guy out on the streets shaking hands, kissing babies, making the mob look like, part of the community and all that sort of stuff. And Michael's like, yeah, that was your payment for all of this. You don't get money. You're the most famous person here, man. You can turn that into millions of dollars. You don't need my money. And he's trying to explain that to him. Montaigne does the ultimate Italian thing where he's like, you lost my respect. We're done. Our business together has concluded. We are now enemies for life. All good.
Hashtag not all Italians.
Walks out. Yeah, sure. Walks out. Altobello starts freaking out. I'll talk to him. I'll make him understand. And he pops out of the room. We think just to go talk Joey down. Then we see handcuffs get put on the doorknob. And a helicopter come in, and then it gets lit up. In the most un-Godfather scene in any of the Godfather movies, I personally think.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so choppy.
Yeah.
It's so, over the top. It seems like it should be a part of a different movie.
Like an old action movie.
I dislike this scene quite a bit after the talking part.
Okay.
I think the action of it is kind of cheesy, weird,
wasn't too memorable.
Not Coppola's bag, in my opinion.
It was not too memorable.
Not my hashtag. Not my Coppola.
Yeah.
So, Vincent's able to get Michael out of there with the help of Al Neri, because Vincent is basically becoming the right-hand man, the son, so to speak, that he always wanted Tony to be, of the family, saves the old man, gets him back to the safe house. I don't know whose house that is. And Michael basically recaps what he thinks their plan going forward is going to have to be based on the events that occurred. That's where he talks about, like, yeah, we got to do something with Joey Zaza, but that's not the main guy that is, like, getting in our way ultimately.
There's someone bigger. This goes all the way to the top.
All the way to the top! And Michael is frustrated because he wanted to get out of this life. And Chris, what would you say that life is doing to him?
Well, first of all, he thought he was going to get out. And just when he thought he was going to get out.
Just when he thought he was out?
It pulls me back in!
I mean, probably one of the most famous lines from any of the Godfather movies.
Well, as he's in his Archie Bunkers sweater.
That cardigan. That red
cardigan. I love how they do up, the style of old Michael Corleone.
His crew cut hair, white hair, is very, very old man who had been in the military at one point. They give him the doddering grandfather apparel. Basically, the cardigan, the oversized cardigan. None of his clothes fit right.
Yeah.
And this is, Michael is
like a
stylish guy in
Not
his
anymore.
younger years. No, he's an old man filled with regret, waiting to die.
And diabetes.
And he apparently has diabetes.
Crushing case of diabetes.
And after he does the pull me back in, he has a diabetic stroke.
Yeah.
Potentially some of the worst acting that Al Pacino's ever done occurs.
It's not the best.
Fredo! Fredo! Like, whoa, Michael. Yeah, you're letting
too
it
much.
slip.
Let's
Remember,
bring it back.
Uncle Fredo drowned.
Yeah, that's right. That's the
what
official,
happened. He went on a boat ride with Al Neri.
Yeah.
And he drowned. Tragic.
He's talking about his fishes. He always caught those fishes.
Someone was saying in another podcast, if anyone that knew what actually happened, like Kay or Connie or even Michael to some point, if they ever threw side-handed comments at Al Neri, don't get on a boat with that guy.
Yeah. He is. You don't want to see him on a boat alone.
No,
I'll tell you right.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you right now.
If you are fishing with Al, you might not come back.
You're the bait, baby. You're dead meat. You're chum.
So, because Michael's health has now escalated, he's in the hospital. It's not good. Vincent's like, I'm going to take this opportunity to do what I want to do. I want to have revenge on Joey Zaza.
Big revenge.
And so we have, I think this might be my favorite 15, 20 minutes of this movie, is Vincent's original plan to take out Zaza. We go back to the streets of New York. We got a parade going. We got Ku Klux Klan members holding up the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is some Italian traditional thing, because you see it in the opera later.
I don't understand that.
But you see it in the opera.
Why would that be in the opera?
Well, the KKK didn't exist before the opera, so they were just taking shit from other people. So they probably thought that hooded Catholic robe thing was cool.
My God.
Well, yeah. Technically people in the KKK are Christians.
Yeah, I guess.
It
seems just watching it today, it was just jarring. But I was like, what's happening?
It's such a well done scene. We follow Zaza as he's shaking hands, doing his thing, stuff that we saw. Who's the guy in 2 when Vito is coming up that he ends up ultimately killing. The dude with the big dude with
that goes to that doesn't like the play that's going on, and he's that guy with the hat, with the white hat.
Yep. And
$10 under his hat.
Yeah, Zaza is supposed to just be like, oh, that character is now that the Corleones are out, that type of gangster is now back in with Joey Zaza, and they're giving away a car through a raffle ticket. You find some Italian punks sitting on that car. That one guy is just staring him down.
Get off the merchandise.
Giving Zaza the business. Key in the car.
Oh my god.
All these Italian youths giving us bad names.
2-bit punk.
And then the Ku Klux Klan members
Just hanging out.
Start shotgunning.
Yeah, as they do.
And Joey gets away. But we have been clued in that there is this mysterious police officer on a horse who seems to be kind of doing his own thing. And he gets chased down by that man on the horse, and that turns out to be Vincent. Shocker.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy of a reveal. I think it's pretty obvious what they're doing. Were you in like, oh, that's got to be Vincent? Or
yeah, no, it made sense. Yeah, it made sense to me. It didn't take me for a loop. I was not looking at my phone at all.
So Vincent definitely, in his mind, has taken care of business. Joey Zaza has been taken out. His cronies have been taken out. They get out scot-free. Essentially, they do have to move to Sicily for some protection.
Yeah, that's always the move.
That's what you got to do. You got to go back to your roots. Yep. Got to go back to your roots.
Is he on the train? He's on the plane to Sicily.
And we move into the next complication that Michael is going to find out is that not only is he sick and potentially on his deathbed, but the Pope, who is going to ratify the deal, the $600 million deal for Michael to take over Immobiliare. It doesn't look like it's going to go through, and we get introduced to the people behind the Archbishop that are kind of moving the chess pieces a little bit.
We got a conclave, almost. Got a conclave.
We do have a conclave.
We
Literally
eventually
have
happens.
a conclave that occurs.
Conclave.
So basically, at this point in the movie, who's gonna die first? Are either of them gonna die? If the Pope lives, he's definitely gonna sign off on this. If Michael dies, deal falls through. It's not good. They only wanted to work with Michael Corleone because of his, who he is as a person.
A great dad.
A great guy.
Yeah.
Loves his son.
Yeah.
Loves his many sons. And we're going from there. We get to Sicily. They're having a couple more sit downs about the Immobiliare deal. It's not working. And I think this is a good time to talk about Duvall and why he's not here and why they replaced him with this guy named BJ.
Yeah.
Who is just
Not Duvall.
not doing great.
No.
So Duvall wanted to be a part of 3. They were like, great, we'll give you like $1.5 million. That's what you got for the last movie. We're back to you. Somehow Duvall found out how much Pacino was making.
$5 million.
And was like, give me 5.
Well, no, he said he would have been okay with
Half, yes,
Yeah.
you're right, yes.
2.5, but they're like 1.5, 1.2.
And
like,
Coppola's like,
Get that out of my face.
can't work that into the budget, so you're out. And they throw this kind of like, his standard actor in his place who is, for all intents and purposes, like Michael's legitimate consigliere, his lawyer, to get away from the family business. He's just a nothing. If Duvall's in this, it's way better. You can have way more conversations between him and Michael. They can actually talk about the history of the 2 movies.
Changes it, yeah.
And it just cuts out a lot of the heart of it. It also ruins part of my, Duvall
devil.
is the devil.
Yeah.
In these movies, but Michael's finding his own trouble here. Basically, the Catholic Church he's starting to realize is way more corrupt than he initially.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought? Michael now learns that Don Altobello is in league with Lucio Lucchese, who's kind of the big guy in the Italian mob. So the Italian mob kind of looks down at the little brothers, the American Italian mob guys. They're like, you got to come back to the homeland to be really involved with this. Altobello is still really connected to Sicilian gangsters and all that sort of stuff. So we can tell that he has been using that influence with these guys that basically control the entire country of Italy, and using their power, strength, and resources to make this war on Michael. So it's Altabello, it's Lucchese, and Gilday, and Friedrich Keinzig are the big four bad guys that are going against Michael.
Gotta have that German.
And they were the ones that were behind the assassination attempt. It's why Altabello ultimately leaves and follows Zazza, because he knows that that hit is going to take place. They are also hiring this guy, Mosca, who is a hired assassin who apparently has always gotten the job. He's like this famed assassin.
He's a real good assassin.
Some of the stuff during the opera at the end where you're seeing like
so many...
good this guy is so unbelievably like what movie
stupid.
are we watching?
Yeah, it's weird. The whole move where that one guy pretends that he's dead or pretends that he's being... It's horrible.
It's bad.
It's not good. And the faces they make...
Ugh,
the faces they make. The faces when Altabella dies, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he's like pretending to be like a squirrel or a mouse.
They definitely should have gotten a better actor to play Altabello. I think he's somewhat entertaining, but yeah.
He's entertaining.
If they would have gotten somebody better, I think it hits a lot more, especially his death at the end, which
The
like
death
you said,
is hilarious.
is very silly.
And
Talia Shire just like watching him through the binocular, the mini binocular.
Sleep. Sleep. And he's like,
But what gets us basically to the end is this Mosca guy, the hired assassin. When he's trying to kill Michael, he's going up to this state that Michael and his family are hiding out at, which is owned by Don Tomasino, who seems like a sweet old guy who's just trying to help his friends out.
Don Tomasino.
Yeah, and Michael respects his opinion on things and stuff like that. This seems like a very, very good friend. Unfortunately, he's in the wrong car at the wrong time, at the wrong place.
Sorry,
and
Don.
Tomasino. He gets taken out by Moscow.
We gotta have a car bomb.
Gotta do it.
So Lego sequel, they're like, guys, remember car bombs? We gotta check that box off. We're gonna have a car bomb up in this bitch. Godfather 3.
Gotta do it. Ultimately, this leads Michael to realizing that if he steps down from the family, that is the best way to protect them, because this assassin is coming only after him. So as long as he can get out of it, he can still be in charge of the Immobiliare deal, but that's the side he's now taken. The gangster side is going to have to be turned to somebody else. He has been, in a good way, grooming Vincent for that role, for that position, by keeping him close. And Vincent comes to him with an offer. Hey, I can take this off your hands.
Give me the order.
Name me your son in all things like gangster related.
Yeah.
And I'll take care of it. You don't have to be a part of it. You can keep your hands clean. It's on me. And Michael says, okay, and walks out the door. Fantastic scene. I love that scene, too.
But yeah, you keep your hands off my daughter.
Yep, that is the price that
sometimes
Vincent
I get it, sometimes I don't
pay.
with this voice.
So let's go through some of the Vincent and Mary shenanigans up to this point.
They make some pasta?
They're making...
Gnocchi?
Gnocchi. Yes.
Gnocchi.
They're making some gnocchi, which is potato pasta. And they're doing it a very sensual way that cousins should not do.
Kissing cousins.
And this so fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Where they're like, love you cuz, and then they start with just a kiss on the cheek, and then he's like, hold me. And then he's kissing her neck, and then now they're fully making out.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's
implied that they sleep together.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're you're gonna do that. I mean, in my estimation, if you make out with someone, you then sleep with them, and that's just how it goes.
And throughout all of this, we are being told by the movie that these two are in love with each other. They are head over heels. This is
A love for the ages.
ultimately what they want to have
Cousins.
happen.
Forbidden.
They're going full Game of Thrones style.
Not denied.
What's better keeping the family together than just marrying?
Then
within the
literally,
family?
yeah, keeping them together.
So this is where these scenes between Vincent and Mary is where we're seeing a majority of the Sofia Coppola of this whole movie.
Yeah, and they apparently cut her down in the Coda version.
In the Coda version,
and they have as they have as less the least amount as possible for the Vincent Mary love story. It's still there, but they really try and like kind of undermine it and be like, yeah, this is not really what we want to highlight here.
it does make the scene at the end, Mary's death, not hit as hard, and that is because A, Sofia Coppola is not a good actor.
Dad?
B, they've cut enough of the scenes and enough of them together that when Vincent sees that Mary's been killed, oh no, Mary! You're like, okay, like, yeah, I guess you're supposed to be in love. Like, you've said these things to each other. I don't really feel it in this
Yeah,
moment.
it does seem a little not achieved, not earned.
Yeah, and if there was any chemistry between Andy Garcia and Sofia Coppola, who I'm sure Andy Garcia, in the same way that Vincent is like, I don't want to piss off Daddy, it's like with Coppola, he's like, can I tell him that his daughter sucks?
Nope, not at all. Also, well, okay, we can keep going,
But so I ultimately want to get to the main legacy of the Mary part, which is that Winona Ryder was supposed to be Mary.
but then passed out. Went to the set and passed out due to nervous exhaustion.
Yeah, which was, now in hindsight, a lot of drugs.
Yeah, that's what they call that. I'm suffering
Back in the 80s, if you did a ton of cocaine and were trying to get off of it or still on it, they just said you were exhausted and couldn't work.
Do you know other people that they considered for the role first?
No.
Julia Roberts was first.
Oh, right. Yes, I did know about that. She did Pretty Woman instead.
Yeah, and Madonna wanted to do it.
Too old.
Yep, too old. And then I think there was one or two others, but then Winona Ryder. Then they want to move forward with production, so they say, okay, use Sophia.
Well, Coppola just out of nowhere. Sophia's like visiting the set, and he's like, great idea.
You're in the movie.
You're in.
He talks like Al too, but not really, because I'm not really talking like Al.
She had never acted before.
This is a good idea.
We'll give her
is
one
a
of the
big
most important parts in
Hey,
this
honey,
movie.
you want to do that? I bet you can. You can do anything. She does that, and also, it's very worthwhile to talk about the fact that Coppola's son had tragically died
Right.
a couple years earlier.
Yeah.
And so the catharsis and the kind of strange catharsis, perhaps very inappropriate catharsis that is happening for him, putting his other child in a film where they are killed, that's definitely part of this. And I mean, I do think it is interesting to look at how this film in general probably mirrors his life.
Well,
and that's just like kind of the big stamp at the end.
It's one of the obvious legacies of this movie is him making this decision. And it initially starts off with all this backlash. These huge fans of Godfather 1 and 2 initially go see this movie in theaters and they're like, wow, Sofia Coppola is a terrible actor. And that kind of is the initial look at it.
Well, it's also
as it goes on, they're like, well, can we really criticize her? She was put in a tough spot.
She was.
There are people writing pieces that are like, well, she's supposed to be, her character is, some rich girl that was in a bubble. Michael has been overprotective of her entire life.
She couldn't take acting classes.
She should be awkward in social situations and stuff because she doesn't really know how to be a real adult in the world.
Is she acting that much different than Kim Kardashian?
No, not at all. And you say all those things and it does make some sense, and then you're like, But Sofia Coppola has never acted before, so there is no chance that that is in her mind as she... Like, that's not a decision she made for the character. It's just not. There's no way it can be. And apparently she's like flubbing lines the entire time, as someone who has never acted before obviously is going to do.
They're going to do that.
There was a conspiracy theory that 90% of her lines were ADR'd.
All right. I love that.
You can see some of them even in the coda.
Okay.
But I think it ended up turning out to be like 30%.
Okay.
But apparently she couldn't say Corleone like people in the movie had been saying it. She said it with like a Valley Californian accent. And so they apparently had to ADR all of the times that she says Corleone.
Oh, if they only had AI, they could have just changed it right there on the
but
spot.
then they would have been
Brody.
in real trouble then.
Yeah, well, Brody still won that Oscar, baby.
He did, but the movie got nothing.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because the major use of AI was actually for Adrian Brody. I mean, they also used AI to come up with some of those like set pieces of the stuff that was built on the Brutalist. We're talking about the Brutalist.
Talking about the Brutalist. The Brutal Boys haven't left.
Yeah,
It's
I gotta
still
watch
in our
that
heart.
movie a second time. Are you gonna watch it a second time?
I'll
You should
definitely
do it.
watch the first hour, 2 hours.
But not that last part.
It's kind of, yeah.
You gotta do
it's
the
just
full
tough.
thing,
Yeah, I
man.
know. It's long. But
I
mean, I suppose I did just sit down and watch a 2 hour and 50-minute Godfather Part 3 just for the heck of it, basically.
Yeah.
Not for the heck of it, we had to do it for the show.
Do it for Brady. We get to do it for the show.
Do it for Brady. I'll never do anything for Tom Brady. But
Oh, Brady Corbet.
Oh,
Do it
okay.
for Brady. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady, I don't think he cares if you watch The Brutalist. He's probably just
Only if I'm not eating tomatoes while I'm doing it.
buy my... Does he sell things? He sells things.
Yeah, he's got the TV12 method.
Yeah. He
Which,
does.
one of the weird things about it
I like
to reference my joke again that I just made 5 seconds ago, you're not supposed to eat tomatoes.
Really?
Because they're like a particular type of fruit. Like I
don't mind
believe they're
that.
called nightshades.
Oh,
and you're supposed to
nightshades, that's
avoid
cool.
nightshades. All nightshades.
Fuck yeah. Well, speaking... Yeah.
There's some dietary knowledge.
What do you think about Bill Belichick's girlfriend? Is that
Hot
cool?
take. Too young.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I think that's probably the main issue with it.
Really?
I think if
Yeah.
she was 40 years old and doing the same stuff, we wouldn't care. But the fact
Yeah.
that she's 23,
What do you think they talk about?
I don't think they talk. I think they talk about business.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's what she does for him.
Yeah. Oh man, that's weird.
She stands in the back of all of his interviews and goes like, "Don't answer that question."
I mean, yeah, she's
How did you
doing-
guys meet?
Don't say anything.
I definitely didn't meet her before she was 18.
Oh, God.
That's for sure.
Bill. With your fucking hoodies. Get out of here. Just leave.
Ugh, I can't even imagine. I'm 33 and I can't even imagine talking to an 18-year-old that I like had the intention
Ever?
of dating.
Oh, sure.
Like
Yeah, wouldn't be
that
good.
15-year age gap, I would be like, you're
I'm glad you're putting that on record.
not smart.
Listen
Oh,
to that. Yeah.
I'm a married man.
He
I
is a
don't
married
even look
man.
at women anymore.
Hey, by the way,
I don't see gender.
congratulations. Luke got married since Godfather 2, right?
I did.
Yeah.
It was actually immediately
hear-
immediately after the recording of the podcast. Chris and I set down our headphones and we walked up and I got married.
That's right. It was
And then we
cool.
planned an assassination of all of my enemies.
Yes, and there was such good Italian music, and we had the "I win the balla balla." It was awesome. Yeah, all the children sang. Oh my gosh, beautiful.
And somebody sang the hokey pokey and
Your
we're
dad
like,
was-
hey, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, your dad.
Her dad was
taking requests in his special room.
Yeah. I had some-
People,
I had some-
murders were killed. Murders were killed.
Yeah.
Murders were planned.
Yeah.
People were killed.
I will have to do something for him later if he asks, but I don't know when that day may come.
It may come someday.
Definitely both of our families not Italian at all.
Not Italian.
Do you want to get back to Godfather Part?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
finish it up. Let's wrap
finish
her
it
up.
This might
Wrap-
end up being our longest Godfather episode, but
My
there's a lot to
God.
get through.
There's so much.
So Vincent has now taken control of the family and all things bad stuff.
All things crime.
And he has the plan. They are going to take out Lucchese, Gilday, Kaidzig, and Altabello.
It's the time in the movie where we set up a bunch of murders to happen at the end.
Yep.
You guys like that? Remember when it's like murder, 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 and it's all intercut? It's that time.
Michael he's got a fun little scene with Kay where he's being very sweet to her, showing her around Sicily, showing her the old town, showing her where his dad was born.
In this sewer. I love you, Kay. Come back to me. Please.
I love how they like portray like this specific Sicilian old school city as like these guys are always just having fun events. Like the whole town comes together to the square.
So,
and
know,
they're, like,
maybe that's how
dancing
Sicily.
and singing. And
I feel like
does this happen every day?
I don't know.
What do
Sicilian
these guys
listeners
do?
out there, hit us up. Let us know. Is your city a party every day?
Do you ever just like chill in your house and watch TV?
Yeah.
Or are you always outside
We don't know.
playing instruments, making group meals together?
Big meals.
Who knows? So Lucchese, Gilday, Keidzig, and Altabello got to go down. How are they going to do it? Well, you're not going to find out for 40 minutes
There's
because
a long opera.
Michael and Kay have to go support Tony. He has finally made it big time.
Yeah.
He is the lead of this opera that's taking place in Palermo in this beautiful theater that kind of looks like the theater where I imagine the Ford Theater that Abraham Lincoln was killed.
yeah.
Literally sitting in a balcony.
Yeah.
The shot is not going to
Shout
come.
out to Abe Lincoln.
Always shout out to Abe.
Shout out to Abe.
Gay.
What? He was gay?
Well,
Abe Lincoln was gay?
there is
It's Pride Month, so we can talk about
It's
this.
true.
Yeah.
There is a decent amount of evidence.
Really?
One of which being that he slept with his best friend in the same bed for 4 years.
Okay.
In a home that definitely could have fit 2 beds.
Look at that.
And him and Mary Todd had a very distant relationship.
Interesting.
Seems like she may have potentially just been his beard, so to speak. Did you know he did not have a beard until the presidency? I believe until the Civil War started, and he started wearing a beard because he was so tired all the time, didn't have the energy to shave, and that's where we get the classic Abe Lincoln beard look.
Do they reference this at all in the Daniel Day-Lewis film?
I don't believe so.
That's a shame.
They might reference the fact, another bit of evidence, that Abe Lincoln, incredible wrestler, undefeated. I think he was 120-0.
Wow.
But this man liked grappling with other men.
Well, hey, wrestlers are wrestlers.
They could be.
That's. I mean, hey, all is good. Whatever is good. That guy, he freed the slaves.
He did.
Look at that.
Made a lot of enemies along the way. One of which was the most famous actor in America at the time, Booth.
Yeah.
Who ultimately had the... Do you know the line that Booth yelled out after the assassination?
I just killed Abraham Lincoln.
That's it. That's exactly what he said.
That's what I thought it was.
Sic semper tyrannis.
And what does that mean?
Sic semper tyrannis means...
Tell us.
Sic...
It's actually a type of dinosaur.
It is, actually.
Yeah.
Sic semper dinosaurs.
You do not want to get in the path of a sic semper tyrannis.
It's like as always to tyrants.
Ah, yes. Well, shout out to Abe Lincoln. Shout out to all of our LGBTQ fans, listeners, friends.
Dude, I hope they're listening.
Yeah.
That would be a killer.
That would be. And I hope
we love you all.
Enjoy all your months,
Yes.
Congrats.
Michael's up in the box. He's got the whole family with him. Mary's there. Vincent's staying in the back. He's putting his hand on Mary. Definitely not following through on Michael's agreement with him. So I gotta lay out a question that is kind of unanswered, but I want to see if you picked up on it too.
I probably did not.
So Vincent is orchestrating the death of the rivals, the people that Michael wants to take out and the family need to take out. Is Vincent okay? Because he knows the assassin's coming after Michael. Is Vincent kind of okay if maybe that takes place?
Yeah.
I know he set up the twins, the big twins. That Talia Shire is like, are they as good as they look? And, they're there. It does seem like Vincent is putting some security measures to take care of Michael. But also to me, at least this time watching it, it does seem that like Vincent is kind of okay if Michael accidentally gets taken out.
Yeah.
Because then maybe him and Mary can have a future together.
Oh yeah. Ooh la la.
Michael's the only one holding that back. I'm already in control of the family. It's devastating that Michael died, but
Yeah,
we killed our rivals. Michael unfortunately was the cost to that. We're all good. Me and Mary take over family business.
He doesn't care. He doesn't really have the same familial ties like he technically does, but no, he doesn't care.
So
He's heartless.
this is the montage of the assassinations. If you could call it, it's a montage if you're taking 20 minutes to watch opera in between the next part of the montage.
It's just like a long tage. Oh man. Jokes. Providing that color. Okay, so yeah, long tage.
Long tage.
Let's say it again.
We'll say it as many times as we damn well please.
Yeah, name of the episode, long tage.
Long tage. We slowly see the plan unfolding as all the montages that have existed within the Godfather play out. It is closely parallel to what is happening in the opera. I believe Tony is like literally playing the character that's mirroring Vincent and his life, where it seems like he has an older man in this village and they're at war with each other and there's a woman involved.
There's knives.
My sneaky MVP of this movie, the hot opera lady.
Yeah, she's good.
Whew!
Yeah.
She's smoking.
Yeah.
So definitely see what Tony was doing there. Why you'd want to not be a part of the family business and hang out with that girl. But yeah, all this is being mirrored
and then
together.
They bring Jesus on the cross.
I think this is Coppola at, again, some of his worst, where you're just like, this is so
grandiose.
heavy-handed.
A little high on his own supply.
Yes, The Godfather is like a grand opera, Chris.
Yes.
Isn't it? And what better way to end it than literally putting them at an opera, watching them watch a performance that is mirroring their lives.
It's a big swing.
And it's a humongous.
And he whiffs a little bit, but yeah, there's nice parts in it. It just brings back the Don Altobello. Is that what I'm saying it right?
Altobello.
His death, where he's like impersonating a chicken.
Let's go through the deaths. So we've got to take down Lucchese.
Take him down.
That's a wild one. We've got to take down the Archbishop. That's Al Neri's job. He's going on the train with his container of treats. Sweet
Does he
treats.
Is that the one that dies from the tea?
No.
Oh,
No. That is.
There's just so many.
There is a lot of them. So Lucchese is the weirdest one. That is this bit character that is Don Tomasino's like former bodyguard that Michael talks to in one scene. And after Tomasino dies, like this guy comes to him and he's like, whatever you want. I want to get revenge on these guys too. And he ultimately becomes a martyr to the cause in that he goes into Lucchese's lair with a message from Michael Corleone.
Oh, yeah.
He gets all the way there. He gets frisked. He has no weapons on him. He's like, I'll tell you the message, but I got to whisper it in your ear.
He's like, okay, nothing wrong with that.
Grabs his glasses off of his face and stabs him in the throat.
Yeah.
Now, what this guy's plan was going in, if Lucchese's like not wearing his glasses, I have no idea how this is supposed to actually work out.
I got a secret for you. He's like, no.
Oh, good.
No, just tell me. I'm not coming near you.
Yeah, we can have these guys leave the room if it's that big a secret.
What are you talking about? He's like, oh, shit, that was my whole fucking thing.
That was it.
You needed to lean into me. You needed to be cool with play along with the secret. Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, so that one I think is particularly dumb. I think it's close to like the Mo Green where he gets shot through the eyeglasses.
Yeah.
Very dumb.
The best kills.
The German guy, the Kreutzig man, he's the one I think you thought was killed with tea, but he was actually suffocated with a pillow.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like sitting in his room. He's very panicked.
And he looks up at the ceiling.
He's got all of his money laid out on the table that he's been paid off with, and they grab him and suffocate him with a pillow. Al Neri goes to the Archbishop. another super dumb thing that always happens where he's sitting there on the train like eating the cookies and then lifts up the secret
I got a gun, baby.
and we're like, oh. And
I'm just checking out my gun. Looks good, doesn't it?
he puts a couple bullets in the Archbishop, the International Immobiliare guy. And then finally we got to take out Altabello, which is apparently Connie's job.
Yeah, and she fake eats the cannoli.
I think she licks a little bit of it.
Yeah.
She's concerned about the amount of it that he's eating.
Yeah.
So I think she knows that she can take like a quick little bite, be all good. I was kind of waiting for her to maybe throw up or something.
Yeah. No, she's good.
Never did it.
Yeah.
And just instead of watching her nephew in the performance of his life, is obsessed with watching this man die.
Sick.
Is Connie the worst?
Diabolical. I don't know, but
bad taste in men.
Yeah, and
Altabello is her godfather.
Yeah.
So very close connection between the two. So it does make a little bit of sense that she's the one that's, ultimately taking revenge.
Godfather on
him.
Godfather.
Yeah. And we conclude there the assassination attempt on Michael, which is supposed to be essentially a sniper, longer shot from across the theater by the Mosca guy, who has single-handedly just slipped in, dressed as a priest, and has taken down all the security guards that are coming after him.
Looks like Charlton Heston.
Fakes basically being dead.
I love that
very
line.
Weird, very weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And ultimately is foiled in his attempt to shoot him during the opera, decides to pull out the pistol, and he's going to take him out on Michael's way out.
On the stairs.
The family gathers together. Everyone's so excited about Anthony's performance. It's great. They're walking down the huge steps, the red carpet of it all, together.
Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Definitely looks like Michael got shot.
Yeah.
And
he has blood. He has blood on him. Is that not his blood at all?
I think he got winged a little bit. I think it basically went through his shoulder and into Mary.
Yeah.
And this, whether or not, I have to imagine this is not the first time that we've had one of these reveals where someone who is supposed to be being shot at, they find, I'm good. And then they look forward. And the person that they love most in the world has been shot.
It's tragic.
And Mary dies, thank God, and has ultimately been taken out.
That's it. And it's tragic.
And Michael, I do kind of love the silent scream to the vocals coming back in, where you see Pacino and then it cuts in and he's doing the full Pacino scream.
It's a move.
It's great.
Yeah.
Diane Keaton is fantastic in this movie.
Okay.
I think she's great.
Fine. Yeah. I don't know. She
doesn't have a ton to do.
Yeah.
But I think this is the best Kay Corleone in any of the movies because
she never has a lot to do.
Never has a ton to do, but she is standing up for herself way more in this. Michael and her have they understand each other better now. That Michael she detests his life. She does not like it. She does not.
I don't want your life.
And Michael's like, but that's over. I'm just an old man.
It's over, Kay.
I'm just trying to leave this legacy for my family.
I'm just trying to do this, Kay. Oh yeah! Oh!
And so Michael, devastated, cut to later. In some future world, Michael is still in Sicily, old man, filled with regret, on his rocking chair, stray dog by his feet. In the theatrical version, we cut to, or I don't even know if we cut to, but he slumps over.
You see him die.
And we know that he is dead. In the coda, he does not die. We cut directly to his face and we see the wear that this life has taken on him, the devastation of losing his daughter because of the actions of his younger life and having to live and deal with.
Yeah, I think that's much more effective, right? It doesn't
so
matter.
Much better
to see him die. That doesn't matter, but it's just like this. The true hell is living.
Yes.
through all of this.
Yes, this is Michael in hell. Death is not hell for him. It is the fact that he has to continue living.
Yeah.
With what he has done, and I think the Coda, the version, the director's cut that was overseen by Coppola, improves the movie. I wouldn't say dramatically, but it definitely improves the theatrical version of this movie. I think it is a better representation of the good ideas that were in this, and trying to cut back on some of the bad. They could have, taken a little bit more of a heavy hand to some scenes, I think. But ultimately, it is the better version, just like with, in my opinion, Alien 3.
And Aliens.
In this particular case, the director came back in, fixed some of the issues, and improved it.
I want to see the Prometheus director's cut with all that stuff with the engineer that they cut out. Remember that, though?
That was filmed by our YouTube guy, Zoloff, or whatever.
Hell yeah, he's awesome. Shout out to Zoloff. Olaf.
Not just
Zoloff.
a drug anymore.
But no, I mean I don't know. Anyways, that's totally unrelated. So let's do should we do our best of? Should we do our deals?
Yeah, let's get to our favorite scene from The Godfather, the Coda, Part 3.
Coda. You go first.
So I am gonna ultimately go with. This is tough. I've got a lot of favorite scenes in this. I'm gonna actually go to the beginning scene.
Okay.
The first time that we see Michael, old, where is he in our life? I think it sets the stage perfectly. I think it's better in the Coda that this is first. And I think the interaction between him and the priest, or the archbishop, is fantastic. Great dialogue all the way through. The pairing back and forth about who's more in control, who needs this more. Does the church need this more? Does Michael need this more? I think it sets everything off on a way better foundation than the theatrical version does, which puts the scene like 30 minutes into the movie. That's ultimately what I'm going to go. It might not be the best quote unquote scene, but it's my particular favorite this time through.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna go to the scene where Vincent gets the order.
When he becomes his son.
Yeah, well, when he makes him, he's like, now you are now Vincent Corleone.
You are no longer Vincent Mancini.
Yeah, and I mean, because you get there's a lot of really good Al Pacino performance in this. That's up there. I was also thinking of when he's I think what is it in a kitchen, even though there's the bad diabetes attack part, like before that his lines are great. But I'll go with that. I think it's just him grappling with his life and Pacino just delivering on selling all of that, and that is the crux of the entire film, and it all rests on Pacino's performance, and he really kicks ass.
He's fantastic in this movie.
So
since we both know our MVPs are going to be Pacino, do you have a favorite performance in the movie non-Pacino?
Well, let's see. I'm going to say Altabella dying acting like a chicken. Because it's
just for that.
Accidentally funny. I think
Andy Garcia.
Yeah, I mean that would be the go-to, right? I feel like I'm trying to think of some ancillary characters, but no, I mean just give it to Garcia. He fits into this franchise incredibly well, and he's really good. He's great.
I'm gonna give a shout out. I agree with you that Garcia is the easy pick for performance that's not Pacino in this movie. I'm gonna throw out a quick hey, good job by you, guy that never acted ever again. I think the guy that plays Anthony is pretty solid. And, even in the opera at the end...
What's his name? Guy who played Anthony.
He didn't want to be a famous actor, so I'm treating him as such. Compared to what Sofia Coppola is getting in, I mean, this guy had to, act in a fake opera during a movie. You gotta have something there.
Ralph Filone?
Rafe Filone? Filoni?
He's Italian actor and footballer. Yeah.
football.
Yeah. He became the first known for his association with the neo-realist movement and found success in several international productions. That seems to be him. Yep. Okay. And he's always played association football from a young age. Da, 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 da. All right. Yeah. So let's go with that.
All right.
That's great.
Let's get to our ratings of the film, since both of our MVPs are Al Pacino, who is absolutely fantastic in this movie. If he is not the linchpin in this movie fails even more dramatically. You could definitely see 90s Pacino just mailing this in, taking the paycheck. He does not. He respects the role, follows through. I think he's just as good, if not better, than what he is in 1 and 2. Definitely a different type of performance, but it is what it is.
He's great. Also, that Ralph Filone guy was the cardinal. So he was not. That's not the guy we were talking about. Yeah. So we'll just keep him nameless.
Shout out Joe Mantegna. I think I already said that
Joe
he's fantastic
Mantegna.
as Joey Zaza.
Yes.
Mantegna just cooking in this movie. Love him. Great new inclusion. Great kind of bad guy throw in there. I'm ultimately going to give this movie an 8.2.
Oh, high marks.
I think this movie is good. I will definitely rewatch this movie in the future.
Really?
Because I enjoy parts of it quite a lot.
Okay.
But I do think it is obviously the lesser of the the 3 movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 8.2. This is better than most of the other slop that we covered, Chris.
I mean, I think that Die Hard, Live Free, Live Free, Die Hard, and this.
Jai Courtney, is he better than Sophia Coppola
No.
as an actor?
No, I go Sophia all day.
All
over
day?
Jai. Yeah,
I would
less
rather
robotic.
look at her.
Yeah, well, both. I'm gonna go with both. Jai is inferior.
Coming out in a new movie, I forget what it was, but I saw his name pop up as one of the actors in the movie. I'm like, hey, our boy, Jai.
Yeah, I mean, we kid, but we love Jai. At the end of the day,
Jai, come on the pot.
yeah, Jai, let's do this. I know, I mean, you've got nothing better to do.
We'll talk about any of your crappy movies that you made in the last 2 years.
Yeah, you can roast us.
Yeah.
You can be like, you shit on my performance?
I'm like,
I listened to your take on Terminator 3. It sucks.
Do I think that I could perform in a movie better than him? Potentially.
But let's find out.
He got paid millions of dollars for doing it first.
Yeah, he's living pretty right now, and we're recording this in my townhouse. So
there you go.
No offense to a townhouse. It's
We're
great.
We're all in anticipation. I'm in a townhouse myself. We're all in
Townhouse.
anticipation for your rating, Chris. How are you capping off your first venture through the Godfather saga?
7.4.
All right.
It's good, and 7.4 is good. That's like
Chris texted me last night that this might be his favorite.
I was kidding. I was kidding. I was just,
and I was very worried.
I did some more rewatching on this one than I did in the other 2. But no, it's good. Like 7.4, that's a good movie. But it's not like any oh my gosh, this is amazing status. So I feel very comfortable on that. 7.4. Thank you, Godfather, for what you did.
We would, normally at this point, I think we forgot it in the last series, we would do our in memoriam to the Godfather trilogy, but the powers that be at Spotify Central HQ, the last time I put any music that was copyrightable into the episode, they said, pull that down. You and your 20 listeners can't listen to copyright-free music.
Mr. Wait. Whoa, that was going to be a horrible impression. Wait.
Can I fix my line because I said copyright-free music?
Sure.
They can't use copyrighted music.
That's right. Who says take...
We should do way more inserts.
Oh, wait.
Wait, I got to do that line again.
Yeah.
Don Altobello.
Mr. Chaser, take down that wall.
Ronald Reagan.
That's what I got.
It's me, Billy Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, you got.
Well,
you
it's
just got to
supposed-
do this with your thumb.
No,
I did not have
I did
sexual
not
relations with
have
that
sexual
woman.
relations
All
with
right.
that woman. All right.
I'm
You have to do a little McConaughey.
the first rock and roll president.
All right.
That's right.
You hear me on that saxophone? You
Little
know what I
Rock.
like to call it? Saxophone.
Saxophone. You dirty dog, Bill. All right. Well, yeah, we won't. But this was great. Really happy.
What are your takeaways for this being your first time through? Does this live up to what people have told you about these films?
Yeah. It does. I mean, it was a weird thing to come in this late. And I think, there was so many other things that came since The Godfather 1 and 2 that, are derivative of it. And so, it's hard to maybe truly appreciate exactly how big of a deal that it is and was culturally. But I can imagine. And I can take those things out, and I know how chronological order works. So I don't need I can work with it.
Breaking news!
I get
Chris has figured out.
It took me a while,
chronological order.
and I don't always do it, but most days.
I mean, the second movie throws you for a loop. You don't know where you are in time.
I know I was like, is this the first one?
Is this the Netflix series Dark about time travel?
Is this? I don't even understand anything. But no, I think it's really good, and I don't know, and they're great. They're great movies. We talked about this, right? I mean, you have this movie changes the guard from old actors like Marlon Brando, and it welcomes in the new guards of prestige A1 Hollywood actors, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Like, these guys they're going to take the torch. They are going to be the gold standard of the serious Hollywood actors in these epic movies, American Hollywood actors, whatever. Yeah, we said Hollywood. And so they're great.
Well, and it creates like you were saying, the gold standard movie. Like any great movie since The Godfather has been like, this is the next Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's never quite been. Do you have a favorite of the three? I mean, I suppose we could look at your rankings, but is there one that you're going to revisit more than the others?
I would say one. One's my favorite.
Yeah.
Two's really good. One's my favorite. And yeah, I mean, it's just like it hits all of those notes that you are used to with these, epic stories like this, and yes, crime stories, mafia stories, great, that also insinuate these amazing character developments, great acting, great score, just everything, kind of directing, cinematography, all hitting on all levels and providing this like incredibly, as we would interpret it, as I would interpret it at least, like a serious, artistic, fun cinematic experience. Like, this is capital F film, but also but you have popcorn and it's like a fun movie. It's not like we're watching some intellectual exercise here by any means, but it is it's great. It's kind of hitting on all levels, and we got more of these as time went on, and especially but thinking back to when the original came out and the context, it's great, and I am incredibly happy that I can now say I have seen the Godfather trilogy.
And I'm incredibly glad to say that we are now the 1 millionth podcast that has covered the Godfather trilogy. So thank you for involving us in that huge legacy.
We're part of it now.
We're gonna give you a teaser for our next franchise that we are gonna cover, because it's the only way to get people to potentially listen to the end of this episode.
Yeah.
So we are pivoting a little bit back to our roots.
The roots. Yes.
Back to the roots. We're going back to horror.
Back to horror.
Back to monsters.
Things that go bump in the night.
Things that go bump in the night.
Or in this case, they run.
R.L. Stein's TV show Goosebumps.
Hell yeah. The Goosebumps movies.
Goosebumps books were great.
Don't sleep on those.
Nope. No. So we are going to be covering the 28 Days Later soon to be trilogy.
Yeah, the 28th.
With the 28 years later movie coming out. This is Danny Boyle.
Yeah.
This is Alex Garland.
Yeah.
This is Cillian Murphy.
Killian himself.
The Cillian man himself. Christopher Eccleston.
Oh my
shows up.
gosh.
I love Christopher Eccleston.
From The Leftovers, right?
From The Leftovers.
Yeah. Awesome.
Also Doctor Who. These are fantastic, short, quick, great movies that kind of got lost in the whole zombie movie legacy that have now kind of been reclaimed years later as being like the standard bearers for what zombie horror should be.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle is one of my favorite directors of all time. Alex Garland, I think we've talked about Civil War on this.
Yeah.
We've talked about, what's the one with Natalie Portman?
Annihilation. We have not talked about Men. We should.
We haven't talked about... Well, we
Ex
talk
Machina.
About, technically, we talk about men all the time.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's what movies are about.
Oh, a bit of a long taj.
But these are fantastic movies. I think Chris and I are going to bring our passion and enjoyment for these to light. Hopefully we can cover them to the level that they deserve to be covered, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Ultimately capping off with us watching 28 years later in theaters when it comes out.
June 20th.
Hell yeah.
June 19th if you're nasty.
Around that time, thank you all for hopping along the Franchise Addicts train, following us as I had life event after life event occurring over the spring here.
As we do.
We haven't been on top of it. We are closing in on 1 year of Franchise Addicts.
Oh, yeah. Well, next month.
And
big surprises.
Couldn't be happier about it. We got a lot of stuff. We might be pivoting to TV. Who knows? But
there's a Xenomorph that's going to be on FX.
We are going to be giving you movies and franchises at least up until then, and then maybe parachuting in a couple as we are covering the Alien TV show in August.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Who knows what else is going to happen? You got to stay tuned. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell your friends. And we love you.
And if not, there's going to be a long taj, and it's going to be Chris and I's plan that is being followed through.
You don't want that. You don't want a long taj.
Stay away from the long taj. That's all getting cut. All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Chris.
Excellent.